Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we're going to be going live, and we're going to be talking about grace penetrates lack, meaning that there's too much grace, there's too much anointing, there's too much energy for us to ever be lacking of anything, to not ever have whatever we want, and knowing that everything that we have already is what allows us to have gratitude, what allows us to be more appreciative of life, and what allows us to flow with life, and to know that the greatest of ideas come from when we meditate upon our own sovereignty and we allow ourselves to consecrate ourselves with the consistency and the persistency of wanting to be that source of energy. Allow yourself to be that source of energy, knowing that grace always penetrates lack. Because lack is an illusion. Lack is not anything that is perceptible, and lack is not a solid thing. And realizing that the world is only made of abundance. Knowing that the world is only made of generation of energy. It is only when the electromagnetic kinetic source energy is being generated, it is always spinning on its axis while maintaining that stillness, maintaining that patience. And it's maintaining that allowance. When we allow everything to come to us, we allow ourselves to be the generator of energy, because we're already setting it out, and we're already placing our desired reality right in the present. So if we're placing our desired reality like right in the present, it is done. It has already happened. It has happened in many different lifetimes. It has happened in many different dimensions, and it has happened already in many different realities. So understanding this is that, say that it is done, and this can be your affirmation every day, that every day it is done. I have everything I need. I can express that gratitude. I can be that abundance, to know that even when I am at my most stressed out, that I will be able to release that, because I'm able to see through the emptiness of being stressed out or lacking of something or holding on to something that does not need to be there. So thank you guys for coming in. This is White Wolf, and I wanted to go live real quick. And also, I love your guys' comments. I love all of you are. And I love the fact that you come on and comment and just be a part of this. Also, you can book private sessions, 1 hour for $70 for psychic readings, healings, activation codes, downloads, and stuff like that. So what I wanted to talk about, grace penetrates lack, is that the amount of grace and then the amount of knowingness that everything is rigged in your favor, and it's just connecting the breadcrumb trail of excitement to all the dots that are in your puzzle piece. If you just connect the dots and align the stars, it will turn into a very beautiful essence of your creation. It'll allow you to connect everything so that the circumstances, the experiences, the people, places, and things align to that projection of that manifestation. And sometimes it's just changing the routine, and sometimes it's just the intention. But also sometimes it's the act of doing something. It's the act of just knowing that you can change up the energy, and knowing that every day that you change, every day that you migrate back into who you are, every day that you are initiating some type of growth, you are calling that energy in. You are becoming that energy, but you're also releasing that stale energy so that this energy can be here. And then once you're done with that energy, you migrate and integrate and heal and transmute that energy. So grace always penetrates lack, because you are accumulating more spiritual mass, which is light within your essence, within your mind, body, and spirit complex. So you're generating more spiritual mass within yourself. And your chakras are getting wider and wider, and they're turning into portals. And as you are becoming more of the light, and there's not darkness here and any other places in your body, because that's what we're doing. We're releasing the toxicities within our body. So sometimes it's about your vocabulary, sometimes it's about the way you speak, and sometimes it's about your mindset. Sometimes you can think yourself to being out of shape. And there was a while back where I gained a little bit of weight because I was eating like crappy food, and I had to just say, I need to start running again. I'm doing a cardio routine, and I do it every day, 4 to 5 times a week, 3 at the least. And it's just like, I got to push myself to do it. I got to get off my ass, and I got to do it. And just allow yourself to just do it. Allow yourself to shift into the energy that you want to become, and encourage yourself instead of discouraging yourself. And you have to motivate yourself past the encouragement. You have to motivate yourself past the motivation of it. And it's not the concept of it, it's the idea of it, and it's the energy around it. So I think it's just understanding that it's not the concept, it's not the subject-to-object relationship, but it is the energy and the idea of that prophetic manifestation, those prophetic words, those prophetic ideas. So allowing yourself to be a prophetic essence of source energy is understanding that I always have enough grace to penetrate what I perceive or assume is lacking in my life. So every day you have to look at, what am I projecting? What am I intending in a negative sense? What am I giving my power away to that's projecting this false identity of lack? And knowing that grace, anointing, and switching up the energy and being all in and rolling the dice and seeing where it lands truthfully at all costs will always penetrate the perceived lack that you feel, that you're thinking about. And sometimes it's like you can get in a thought process and it can take you down this rabbit hole that you don't want to be in. Or it's like you're meditating and you're like about to make the decision to not meditate when you know you should meditate. And sometimes it's just making yourself do it. But sometimes if you feel really great in the morning, if you feel very energized, if you feel in a heightened state of awareness, just know maybe you don't have to meditate that day. But sometimes it's realizing that everything is a choice. So you have the choice to be of abundance, or you have the choice of being of lack. You have the choice to be of a graceful nature, and you can also have the choice to be of a toxic nature. So it's really all a choice, but it's all seeing through the illusion of everything. I think sometimes as light workers, we always focus upon being technical. I do too. Sometimes I'm overly technical. I'm like a rapper that's overly technical and like entendres, this and that. But sometimes it's kind of condensing it and putting it in a way that it can ground it into truth right then and there. And it's just grounding it in a way that people on whatever wavelength can understand it. Because you have to be somewhat personable, not only with yourself, but with other people. Because if you're coming from seventh density, and you're talking about all this stuff about dragons, about angels, about different realms and planes and different universes and stuff like that, some people are going to be like, he just said like a rap bar that went over my head. He just said something that completely went over my head, and it didn't hit him straight in the heart. And that's what you're aiming for when you're like going live, or if you're, doing healing or a psychic reading or something like that. You're trying to aim past all the bullshit, aim past everything, and get them right in the heart. And one movie I would recommend everybody seeing is Pig with Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is like a Jesus type of character in this movie, because he would speak to people with wisdom. He would bypass all of the negativity, all of the illusions, all of the BS, if you will, and aim right to the heart. So just always get to the heart of the matter. Always get to the heart of the matter. And just bypass all of the distortion, all of the illusion, all of the negativity and the toxicity. So thank you guys for coming on to this live, and the message is just going to continue. Also, we'll most likely do a meditation, so stay tuned for that. Also, you can book a private session as well for $70 for 1 hour for psychic readings, healings, activations. Also, I like all your guys' comments, and even if they are negative. Somebody says, I'm going to do a doomsday call. No, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. So I'm reading some of your guys' comments. Someone gave me the finger. I love you. It's okay. I read your guys' comments because I like people engaging. I love people, even if they have criticism of me, even if they have something negative to say. It's always looking at it from another perspective. So don't always think that you can't learn from someone if they have a completely different perspective or if they have a completely different experience. Because we're here to learn from every essence of source energy. And if we're looking at our reality, if we're looking at everybody as source energy, if we're looking at them as God, we're looking at God to God, we're looking at the I am presence to the I am presence, then we can't always project that negativity onto them, because then that's actually doing us a disservice, because they can show us something. Maybe they know how to change a tire and you don't necessarily know how to do that. Or maybe they know how to market your business and you can learn from them, and you just listen to them and see what wisdom you can gain there, because everybody on this earth plane, whether we resonate with them or not, has something to show us. So we can't just say, oh, I just don't resonate with that. But everybody has something to show you. Every entity, every circumstance, experience, a movie, everything in your reality is trying to show you something. It's a demonstration of the divine orchestration of creation. So it's showing you something, whether you like it or not. Sometimes reflections are harsh. Sometimes catalysts, we don't like them. We don't like certain lessons. But sometimes those are needed so that we mature and we have a saturation of the soul and we have a maturation of the soul. So, and when we have that, we have those peak moments, but we also embrace those valley moments. And then we embrace those moments where we understand the very fact that we try to discern, we try to allow, we try to create from which we know how. And when we allow that to happen, we allow ourselves to not veer off the path. We don't allow ourselves to lose faith, and we don't try to water down the blessings that we want in our life. So sometimes you could say, like, I want that, but maybe you could add on to it and say, I want the absolute utmost best for my life. Sometimes it's just changing that little sentence in the morning, those little affirmations, those gratuity texts that you send out to people or whatever. I'm hearing some of you do that. But it's just changing the narrative, changing the theme, changing up everything that is not in sync or doesn't have a perfect symmetry to where you want to channel. So, and there's many different forms. I don't care if you pray. I don't care if you journal. I don't care if you meditate for 5 hours. All of it is the same. It is the same nature of source energy. It is the same thing as meditation. It's all the same, different dynamics, but all the same. Don't be judgmental to opening yourself up to something different. We are not here to judge. We are here to observe, and we're here to learn, and we're here to evaluate, and then we are here to create at the end of the day. So, I mean, I've had some stuff that I've tucked away inside and I've expressed, but also there's still stuff that I'm discovering about myself. So it's just like finding different ways. Maybe you want to make a light worker movie. Maybe you want to be a hip hop artist. You want to be a spiritual rapper, or you just want to be a rapper in general, but you've been putting it off for so long and you're like, man, I really need to do this because I'm passionate about it. Well, then when you get to the point where you can write in your journal, you can meditate all you want, but if you're just not absolutely doing it, then it's just an idea and it's just something you put on the back burner. Don't put yourself on the back burner because you don't want to create something because you're afraid of what other people might think. Because they're just people. People, places, and things are just illusions, and we have to see through those illusions and cut out all the stuff and cut the cords that are binding us, so that we open ourselves more to the grace and the flow of energy and the river of energy that is here for us all. Because we have to look at everything as mastery, everything as creation, everything as following the guidance of God, following the guidance of Source. So guys, if you're coming into the feed, feel free to share out, feel free to donate. Also, book private sessions for 1 hour for $70 for readings, healings, activations. And we're going to be doing a meditation, I think, in a couple of minutes. I'm going to see if God wants me to say anything else. I think the one thing that we should always look within ourselves is see that we are meant to be creators. We are meant to be poets. We're meant to be prayers that are answered. And we're meant to be the promise in the song of our heart and beating to that drum. And at the end of the day, that's what's beautiful. Is that when you're going to the tune of your own drum, when you're going to the song of your own heart, it doesn't matter if you've listened to Eye of the Tiger 20 times or 100 times. I heard something, David Goggins, he said when he was doing the pull-up challenge that he listened to Eye of the Tiger 100 times. And he said he was in the zone. So whatever gets you into the zone, whatever gets you there, whatever gets you hyped up, whatever gets you amped up, whatever gets you there, don't be silenced by people, places, or things, or obstacles or challenges. Don't be silenced by that. Because there have been many people who have been silenced, and they had to go away in order for us to be who we are today. So don't be silenced by that, and just try to channel all of that out. Because at the end of the day, don't give up your allegiance to the divine. Okay, we're going to do a meditation. I might talk a little bit afterwards, but I'm not hearing I need to. I always channel, and then I ask my guides, my higher self, if they want me to say something more, because I don't want to keep just rambling on and just talking. So book private sessions, YouTube, White Wolf, the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom, BitChute, White Wolf, the Oracle 23_@, Instagram, White Wolf 4741. Book private sessions for 1 hour for $70. And we're going to do a meditation. So feel free to take part. Okay. Everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. What we're going to do is that we're going to tap into our ancient extraterrestrial bloodlines, or archangel bloodlines. We're going to tap in with grandmother and the tribal women. So look at this as a ceremony of sorts. Black Panther energy is very strong with this meditation. Black Panther energy is like an ayahuasca ceremony. So allow Black Panther, we're going to have the Black Dragon from Saturn help us with this. And the Alpha Dragon, that is the masculine and divine feminine. And also allow yourself to have that Kundalini energy go through. And we're going to ground deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Grace always penetrates lack above all else. Grace heals us through understanding. The anointing is opening up to more grace. And being gracious and having gratitude and having a non-judgmental bias attitude is aligning the vibration so that you can finally soothe the soul. Find your rhythm. Find what makes you prophetic and beautiful in your own divine essence. Allow your words of wisdom to generate heart-healing activations. Allow your divine feminine to balance out your divine masculine. It's in the allowing and it's in the doing, but it's a fine balance of both. A lot of you may have been the underdog, but it's time to cash in your checks. It's time to get those Christmas bonuses. It's time to be redeemed and forgiven. It's time for true, non-biased acceptance of your divine essence. Today, step into your full power and have full acceptance within yourself and love who you are and the person that you've become today. Because I love you, God Source Energy loves you, and we love you unconditionally. Shine bright, focus your eye on the vision, see yourself succeeding, see yourself opening up. Seeing your influence to have so much impact over the course of this conscious union. Allow yourself to have a divine intervention. With yourself and with your higher self. Know that you are in the absence of time, so you have all the time in the world. Use the law of assumption so that you know it is done. You place your desired reality in the present. It is done. You don't have to chase after the future, and you don't have to look back in the past, because you are here in the now, in the forever present moment. And this moment right here, right now, is as real as it gets. You talking to a friend, you being with your loved ones from the other side, or being with your family, or going to that job that you absolutely love, or making a very beautiful business that's really abundant, that's really profitable, whatever it may be, that is how real reality gets. Reality isn't real, but it's a lot how you make it. How real can you make it right now? At one moment, you just stop everything. And you see what you can create, what you can speak, what you can ask, what you can believe, and know that it is done and that you have received. That is the blessing. That is the river of source, the aqua flow of God's source energy. What I say all the time. That's all it is. That's all it is. Anything else is just added suggestion, which is fine, which is beautiful. But if you just follow those 5 simple steps, your life will change, and you will change, and you will transform, and you will become, and you'll radiate as the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, which is God in human form. Take one last deep breath. Exhale. And so it is. So thank you guys for sharing this out, for liking it. And also just know you can book private sessions for $70 for 1 hour for readings, healings, activation, codes, downloads. Instagram whitewolf4741. Also BitChute whitewolftheoracle 23 _@ Also YouTube whitewolftheoracle. I thought I said them all, but I didn't. So thank you guys for enjoying that meditation. Also, don't be afraid to do new things. Don't be afraid to try something new. And don't be afraid to want new experiences or something different out of life. And knowing that if they got you this far, that can only get better. It can only get better from here. Just know that it always gets better. Through different stages, through different phases, through different configurations of energy you're trying to figure out. And just wanting to love yourself more, wanting to understand yourself and push the boundaries and push out the limitations, and also not being afraid to try new stuff. I think that's what's beautiful at the end of the day, is trying new stuff. I hope the internet connection was great. It said it was great, but you can never know. So I want to thank all of you for best wishes, brother. Keep spreading love. Thank you. You should look into Admiral Bird. I probably should look into that. I'm going to look at your guys' comments. Thank you for the comments. Thank you all. Hello all. So, yeah. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you all for being a part of this. And I think at the end of the day, if you just try your best to get through the day, but also just try your best to make the most of the day, knowing that every day is a good day and every day is a new day, and every time that you can generate a different gateway within yourself, and you can just find more and explore more about this reality. And you can only be the best you want to be. You can only activate how much you want to activate. And if you just have faith, integrity, and grace, it penetrates through all the lack, the distortion, the negativity within your reality, and all of those other things that do not generate who you really are. That does not speak to the vibration that you are, the channeled energy of that embodiment, and also the things that you want to become. So just know that you're an electromagnetic kinetic source energy, and you're that 3-layered protection grid, and you should live your life in that way. But at the end of the day, it's discernment, it's choice, it's knowing that you have free will, and you have the willingness to do good and to be great and awesome. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this live. Also, book private sessions, 1 hour for $70 for readings, healings, activations. Instagram whitewolf4741, BitChute whitewolftheoracle 23 _@. Also, whitewolftheoracle on YouTube. I'm always messing up the YouTube thing. I don't know why. I guess the meditation has me a little loopy. And some people like to comment that I drink Monster, but I do drink the zero sugar. I'm not drinking the sugary stuff. I used to when I worked on a golf course, but I can't do the sugary stuff. Now I can do the zero sugar. So thank you guys so much. God bless. Namaste. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.